Asset protection planning in Syracuse. Building wealth can take decades, but without proper planning, lawsuits, creditors, divorce, and long-term care costs can put that wealth at risk. Asset protection planning is the process of legally structuring finances to reduce exposure to claims while preserving assets for intended beneficiaries. Unlike traditional estate planning, this approach focuses on protecting what you own during your lifetime rather than only transferring wealth after death. For Syracuse families and business owners, this planning matters because New York litigation risks, business liability, and rising nursing home costs can threaten long-term financial security. Davies Law Firm explains that effective planning starts with reviewing your real estate, investment accounts, business interests, retirement funds, and personal property. That review helps identify which assets are vulnerable and which may qualify for protection under New York exemption laws. A lawyer may recommend strategies such as irrevocable trusts, business entities, and ownership restructuring to create barriers against creditor claims. These strategies must be put in place before a claim or lawsuit arises, because transfers made too late may be challenged as fraudulent transfers. One common tool is an irrevocable trust, which transfers assets out of personal ownership and into a separate legal arrangement managed for beneficiaries. When structured correctly, that trust can make assets harder for personal creditors to reach. The page also explains that New York does not recognize self-settled asset protection trusts in the same way as certain other states. That means meaningful protection generally depends on a real transfer of ownership and careful trust design. Another major strategy is forming a limited liability company or corporation to separate business operations from personal wealth. When a business is properly structured, creditors pursuing the business generally cannot seize a home, personal bank accounts, or other individually owned assets. The article notes that multiple entity planning can provide stronger protection by isolating separate business activities or properties from one another. New York law also protects certain categories of property, including portions of home equity, many retirement accounts, some life insurance benefits, certain annuities, and limited personal property. Retirement accounts receive especially strong treatment, and life insurance owned by New York residents may also qualify for significant statutory protection. By contrast, investment accounts and rental properties may remain exposed unless they are placed in more protective structures. This kind of planning can be especially important for business owners, medical professionals, real estate investors, licensed professionals, and individuals nearing retirement. Parents who want to leave inheritances to children or grandchildren may also benefit from planning that keeps inherited assets protected from creditors, divorce, and poor financial decisions. A beneficiary trust can hold inherited assets for a child or grandchild while limiting creditor access and controlling how distributions are made. The page also highlights Medicaid Asset Protection Trusts, which are designed to shelter assets from counting toward Medicaid eligibility limits while preserving them for beneficiaries. Because New York applies a 5-year Medicaid look-back period, this type of planning must be done well before nursing home care is needed. For business owners, the article explains that a properly maintained LLC or corporation can protect personal assets, but the structure must be respected through separate finances and proper formalities. An attorney may also suggest ongoing reviews, because changes in assets, family circumstances, and legal rules can affect how well a plan works over time. The law firm emphasizes that waiting until a lawsuit or care crisis appears can make many strategies ineffective. Working with a lawyer early can help preserve wealth, maintain flexibility, and reduce the risk that one setback will undo a lifetime of financial progress. For guidance on protecting assets in Central New York, contact Davies Law Firm at 315-472-6511, located at 210 East Fayette Street, Syracuse, New York, 13202, United States.